What I like to do, it was a wasp. Anyway, focus is to be paying off that debt, y'all. This wasp, it came right up my leg.
She just let me know, but they show no fish. Didn't say you found it, but she's still gonna hold on. They didn't say you found it, but she doesn't want.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl V, and I am back yet again with another episode of LoveVeeTalks. Before we get started, you already know, please do not forget to follow your girl on Instagram, TikTok, Lemonade at LoveVeeTalks. And if you're interested in collaborating with your girl, LoveVeeTalks@gmail.com. Thank y'all so much for helping me reach my goal, over 400 subscribers. I love y'all so much. I feel like I've come really far, and I promised y'all I was going to be consistent, and that's exactly what I've been doing. So you got to give it to your girl. I really been working hard for y'all because I love y'all real bad. So today, I feel like I don't think I've ever really talked about finances, money, like especially in detail with y'all, and I think that this is the perfect time to do it because of like all the things that are happening in this world. Y'all already know, with tariffs and the cost of living, groceries, gas, all that stuff that affects everybody. If you don't think it affects you, it does, boo. Like, it's affecting everybody right now. So I think that this is the perfect time to discuss that. And I want to talk to y'all about a few things that I have done, a lot of changes that I have made as far as my finances go, saving more money, reaching some of my financial goals. So let's get into it. So the first thing that I did was created a spreadsheet, and I didn't make it myself. My honeydew, he made it for me. Because I told him like, hey, I really want to make a few changes as far as finances go. Like, we got all these goals, like wanting to buy a house and, just investing, and that costs money. Like, you need money to invest. You need money to buy a house. Like, you cannot be playing around. And so one of the things that I did was I have a spreadsheet, an Excel spreadsheet. So it's all my expenses. And then I also have the date that they are due on there, just so I can keep track of like when I get paid and just pay them all at once. So for example, I get paid bi-weekly. So what I like to do, it was a wasp. Anyway, the devil busy today. A wasp tried to get me. But anyway, so the the Excel spreadsheet has really helped me stay organized with my finances, because what I like to do, I think that it does feel like chaotic when you have different due dates for stuff. So your credit cards are due, your car payment is due, but they're all on different days. What I like to do, since I get paid every 2 weeks, what I like to do is whatever like bill is due within that time period, so within that 2 weeks, I just go ahead and pay it off when I get paid. So for example, if I don't get paid for, let's say I get paid on the 2nd and then I don't get paid again until the 15th, so whatever is due between the 2nd and the 15th, I just go ahead and pay on the day that I get paid, so I'm not having different bills come out on different days, and it just makes it easier for me. I personally am not a fan of doing auto pay, just because I like to see what's coming in and what's going out. And sometimes bills do change. Like, a bill may go up in price and you may not even realize it. Like, I didn't even know that my phone bill slightly went up. And so I had to call my phone bill company like, hey, why is this? So when you are on auto pay, and I'm not telling you what to do, I'm just saying, because sometimes they do change, and you don't want that bill coming out of your account and you have less of a balance and you're trying to figure out why. So that's why we're creating a spreadsheet, and we're going to pay them manually ourselves, just so that we can get a handle on what's coming in and out of our account. And also, I feel like when all my bills were due on different days and I was just letting them auto pay come out of my account on different days, I feel like I had more likely than not bills that like I would forget about. And so I felt like I had more money than what I did. And so I would spend more, and a couple times went in negative. And that's not cute. I don't like that. I don't like not having money. So that's why we're going to pay on the day that we get paid. just to make it easier for us, just so we can sleep better at night. Okay, that's what we gonna do. Another thing that I did was when I created the express I keep saying express, the Excel spreadsheet, was I reevaluated some of the expenses that I had, and I realized how much of an impact $10 here, $12 there, $5 was really impacting how much money I had in my account and how much I could be saving. And some of those expenses I had to get rid of. So I had to reevaluate like what was important and what was not. So I had like a car wash service, which yes, it came in handy, but was it a need? No, I can wash my own car, or I can go to the quarter car wash and pay, a couple of dollars versus paying $30 a month when I don't even wash my car that much, y'all. Like I wash my car maybe, I don't know, like maybe 3 times out the month. So it really didn't make sense for me to keep it. So what I do, I got rid of it. I got rid of that $30 fee that I was paying every single month for a car wash service that I really wasn't even getting my money's worth. So yeah. And I think that there were like a couple other nuances here and there, but I'm telling you, those 5, 10, $15 charges definitely make a difference. So you want to make sure you know what's coming out of your account. I think on average, getting rid of some things that I wasn't using saved me maybe like $150 every 2 weeks. So like $300 a month, and that's definitely money that I want to take to save or pay off debt. So that's why you need to really have a conversation with yourself, really have a meeting with yourself, and figure out, okay, what's important and what's not, and then you can go from there. Especially if you have goals to save more money or to invest or to pay off debt, or if you just want vacation money, or just a little cushion. I think I kind of touched base on this as far as figuring out your goals, but you really, really, really want to figure out your goals. So, do you want to save 3 to 6 months of emergency fund, which I think all of us should have an emergency fund? So, do you have enough for an emergency? Do you have enough to get a new tire? Do you have enough to pay rent if you lose your job? Things like that. That is so important. So what you want to do, you want to have a clear vision of your goals. Do you want to buy a house next year? Do you want to buy a house in the next 2 years? Do you want to go out the country next year? All those things are important so that you can know how you want to allocate your money. So do you have the funds to be able to invest right now? If you have a lot of debt, I would say no, because the main focus is to be paying off that debt. Y'all, this wasp, it came right up my leg. It was literally right at my leg. Anyway, so if you currently have a lot of debt, I would say that it wouldn't be the smartest thing to have money to invest, because the money should be going to paying off the debt, and then focus on, okay, maybe I want to start investing in stocks, or maybe I want to have like an investment account or anything like that. But it probably wouldn't be wise to put money towards that when you have a lot of debt. Just go ahead and pay it off if you can. This is kind of a new thing for me that I've kind of been learning how to do, is to pay myself first. So I've always been a saver, but I've always kind of saved depending on what I have left from my bills. So what I've been doing lately, I say the past couple of months, is paying myself first. And I feel like it shows me how important my goals are and how important I am to myself, if that makes any sense. So this is why evaluating what's important and what's not is so crucial, because I realized in a lot of ways I wasn't putting my goals first like I should, and I realized I wasn't paying myself first, just to put it plainly. Like I wasn't prioritizing my future, like my goals, by not paying myself first. So what I do, I have a set amount that I pay myself every time I get paid. It's non-negotiable. If I have to sacrifice something else and not a need, okay, I'm not talking about food, we're not talking about gas, we're not talking about rent, we're not talking about that. But like if I have to sacrifice going to Kava, Chipotle, or brunch or whatever, then that's what's going to have to be done. But how, like what I pay myself is a non-negotiable. So figure out either like a percentage of your income or a set amount that you want to pay yourself, but figure that out after you reevaluate, after you do your Excel spreadsheet, you look at your finances, you want to know where all your money is going. Every single dollar, every single cent is important. So once you figure that out and you figure out like a comfortable amount that you can save every time you get paid, then go from there and do not negotiate. Okay, do not negotiate paying yourself. The same way you pay your car note, the same way you pay your credit card bill is the same way you should pay yourself. I did touch on this a little bit in the beginning, so try to figure out how much you need as far as a cushion goes. So I know I kind of dealt with this at first because I didn't really know much about investing. I thought like, oh, okay, I'll make an investment account, but then I had like credit card debt and I had like other debts, right? And so like it doesn't make sense to invest. So it doesn't make sense to invest if you don't even have like a cushion for emergency. Like, yeah, you have an investment account, but majority of your money should probably go towards building up that emergency fund versus trying to invest right now. Okay. Cushion is, I feel like when you have a cushion, you can sleep better at night. So that should be main priority. So I would say a safe bet for me is around 6 months of living expenses. I know some people have a more risky or unpredictable, let's say, like career to where maybe you make, I don't know, $10,000 a month, and then the next month you don't make anything, or you make two, right? So you want to figure out, okay, maybe my career is a little bit more risky, and so I don't really have that stability to um to not have a year's worth of a savings. You know what I'm saying? So like you have to figure out what's most comfortable for you. So that way, if you aren't making as much money for 3 or 4 months, you're not in survival mode. You're not trying to figure out, oh my God, like I have to hurry up and make some money. You still have a lot of cushion. So you don't have a lot of pressure on you. Bills are backing up. You don't want to do that. But for me, because I have like a lot of stability, right? So I can pretty much get away with about 3 to 6 months, but of course you want to be on the higher end because you never know what can happen. Another thing that I don't think I've ever really heard anybody discuss is having a healthy relationship with money. So if you've ever grown up poor, if you ever grown up just basically day by day, having a healthy relationship with money can be a little difficult. I'm not going to lie to you. And I don't know if I really have some sound advice for you. I'm just telling you like what has helped me so far. So when I do my spreadsheet now, when I reevaluate my finances, it has gotten easier and I enjoy doing it now. Was that a thing at first? Not really, but I like to set the mood. So I'll make my favorite drink, or I'll do it like after I take like a hot shower, and like I'll have my music in the background just so I could build like a healthy relationship with how I view my money and how I view my finances. I feel like when you actually set the mood, it just makes it easier for you and you feel more accomplished and you feel easy. It just feels easy. Like you make the process feel easier. So definitely reevaluate. And I'm not telling you to be a stickler as far as like you can't have fun. There are different ways that you can learn how to have fun, whether you go to like free events, whether maybe you're not going to the 5-star restaurant anymore. You just settle for maybe cooking your steak at home or learning a new recipe. Like I love being in the kitchen now. I've always loved cooking, but now I'm like really in love with learning new recipes and learning, just different cultural foods, like playing around in the kitchen. That's like something that I enjoy doing. I don't do that to save money. I do it because I genuinely enjoy it. But if you're a person that likes to go out to eat, especially the really nice restaurants, you might want to opt for getting the groceries because at least you can make at least 4 or 5 portions of your favorite meal from your favorite restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Versus just like buying one from the restaurant and you can just make it yourself. I think that that's a smart way to do it, and you don't feel like you're not getting a chance to enjoy life, especially if you didn't really have that like when you were younger in your childhood where your parents were trying to make ends meet. So there are certain things that you really didn't get a chance to enjoy, but it's okay to do some free things. It's okay to do low cost things. It's okay to have fun. But just spend your penny wisely. Okay. But when we do our budget, we're going to budget our play money. Okay. We're going to figure out a safe amount. Okay. I can at least go to brunch once a weekend, or, you know, I might not be able to do it 3 times a week, but I can do it once a week. And then the other time, maybe I can go, me and my friends, we can all pitch in for like a picnic or go swimming. You know, and maybe it costs $10 to get into like the pool area. Like if you have like a local pool, versus spending $50 every time you go out. So you just have to be creative. That's all it is. Just try to reframe your mindset around money. I know it takes some practice, because like that's something that I'm learning how to do. My man, he always says that I act like I'm poor. He says it because like the way that I buy things that I need, like sometimes I act like I have a scarcity mindset. Like the way I don't know, y'all. He talk about me real bad with that, because like sometimes I do, because I, even though, like, even when I hold on to food, right? Like, I'll have a little bit of leftovers, and I don't believe in throwing away food. I don't believe in wasting food. So I'm thinking, like, well, y'all, my camera decided to overheat, and I'm really upset about that, but that's okay. I was thinking about making a part 2 for all the other key points that I did not hit on, but I'm like, you know what? Y'all need this information now. The world is changing now. So I can't wait, because y'all deserve it. Okay? Y'all deserve it right now. And also, before I get back into it, I just realized that I never shared with y'all pictures and videos of my 30th birthday, and I had a ball. Okay, and since we are talking about money, this is the perfect time to share with y'all my amazing life, so that you can have the same type of vacation too. So you can enjoy life, so you can sleep great at night, so you can have a ball on vacation. I went on a cruise. I was in Miami. My port was in Miami. It was great. I enjoyed Miami very, very much. I went to this place called Giselle. They had great food. I believe they have like a club upstairs, but the food was divine. Okay, I had like steak, and they had like standing macaroni and cheese. Phenomenal. So if you ever go to Giselle in Miami, tell them that V sent you. But yeah, it was a great time. The cruise was Bahamas and Mexico. The weather was great. It was January. Mexico did rain a little bit, but that's okay. I still had a ball. But yeah, it was great. So this is going to be a little motivation. Okay, so y'all can see the great life you could be living right now if you just do right by yourself. That's it. Okay, so a couple of key points, well, a few actually, that I didn't get to hit on earlier, is the main one, honestly, that I really want to emphasize is saving your money in a high yield savings account. You want your money to grow for you. You want your money to make money for you. So if you can get a account that has 3% or more, honestly, my ideal account is about 4% or more, preferably like 4.5%. I think that's a great number for me. But you want your account to make money for you. So let's say you have your emergency fund. You reach your goal of 6 to 8 months of expenses. Congratulations. And let's say that is about $12,000 for you. If your account is like 4.5% interest earned, hold on, I got to do the math real quick, y'all. Okay, so let me do it real quick, because I cannot think off the top of my head. So let's say you saved $12,000 in your emergency fund, right? And so your account earns 4.5 APY, annual percentage yield. Okay, so $12,000 and it earns 4.5%. So we're going to multiply 12,000 by 4.5%, and then we're going to divide it by 100. That's 540 extra dollars that you did not have. That is a big deal. And if you decided to add more, let's say that you want a year's worth of your income or your expenses, you would be about $1,200. That's extra money. That's not money that you saved. That's money that you earned, that you made. Can you imagine how much money you could have if you continue to save? Money that you earned off of your money making money. That is such a beautiful life to live. Like, to have your money make money, And that's what we're trying to do. We are trying to grow. We are trying to have a lot of cushion. We are trying to go on vacations. We are trying to buy our favorite handbag. We trying to buy our favorite shoes. You know, we trying to go on. We trying to get these massages regularly instead of once every 6 months. Like, that's what we want, okay? But in order to get there, we have to have discipline. We have to have discipline. We have to have a clear vision of where we are going. And that leads me into my next point, honestly, is emphasizing discipline. Discipline, discipline, discipline. We can't do anything with the excuses. Throw them away, throw them in the trash, ew, yuck. We can't do anything with that. The more you make excuses, honestly, look at it this way. When you make excuses, you do not give yourself enough credit for the things that you could achieve. I know a lot of people say like, oh, but you don't understand. You don't know this. Like, oh my God, life is just so hard. Let me tell you something. Life is not going to get easier for you with that mindset. It's just not. It's a guarantee that your life is going to be just as hard or harder because you don't believe that, number one, you deserve a better life. Number two, that you have the ability to achieve a better life. It's one thing to accept reality and be like, man, I am not in the best position financially, but you know what? I want to do better. Two totally different things. Complaining and realizing your reality and wanting to make a change, two totally different things. You can recognize that you are not where you want to be without complaining about it and actually coming up with the plan. And I don't think we realize, and let me be real with y'all. Let me be like a real sister right now and tell you, when you have discipline in one area of your life, it starts to spill over into other areas of your life easily. If you have weight loss goal, if you have weight gain goals, if you have goals to start your business, if you have like all these just different parts of your life where you haven't really been focusing on them like you should, you making a decision by saving $20 extra a week is really going to show you like you really are that girl. You really are that guy. Like, you know what you're doing. You are in control. You have the ability. You just have to give yourself enough credit for it. And this isn't me trying to give you a motivational speech. Like, this is something that I have had to learn. And where I am right now, I got it out the mud. Like, I real life built the life that I am living right now. And I'm not even exactly where I want to be yet. It's coming. I know it because I've been working for it. I have built this life brick by brick. My attitude, I have built brick by brick. Nobody can tear it down. They huff, they puff, and they can't blow this bitch down. They can't. Like, I am not built for that. I'm only built to win. And I need you to have that same mindset. It's going to take some practice. That's why you have to go one step at a time. Okay? It's going to take just a little woo-saw. Just, okay? Good job. But yeah, we got this. I know we can. And another thing too, and I know a lot of people say like reaching their financial goals seems impossible in this economy. And here's the thing. I completely understand. I get it. Especially people who have children, who have a family to take care of, who have people that depend on them. Completely understandable. I get it. Like, I get it. If you have to supplement with another job, whether you have to do Uber, Lyft, any type of ride share, if you have to do Uber Eats, if you have to get a online part-time gig, or if you have a talent that you can feed into, this is the perfect time for you to test it out. Whether you're a great baker, whether you're a great cook, whether you crochet, whether you can sing. Like, people make money off TikTok all the time, especially going live. People have all these talents. Tap into that, especially if you realize after reevaluating your finances, like, oh, holy crap, I am not where I can save enough for me and my children. Oh my God, I don't have enough money to save, period. Oh my God, like, I have so much more debt than what I thought. And maybe I need to explore other options, like maybe bankruptcy or whatever. I'm not telling you what to do, but what I'm saying is I completely understand if where you are financially after you do reevaluating and you cut back expenses, you realize how deep in the hole you are, then you may want to tap into some talents to make some money, or you might have to get another job just to pay off some of the credit cards. And then once you are able to pay off a couple of credit cards, maybe you're able to pay off $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000, which I've done. Like then you can relax a little bit more, and maybe you realize like, okay, I don't have as much debt anymore, so I can relax. I don't have to work a second job. But if that is something that you really need to consider, you need to consider it. Like, you should really have a sit down talk with yourself, your family, whoever, and be like, yo, listen, this is probably the best option right now. And if that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do. If you say you want to get out the hole, that's what you're going to have to do to get out the hole. Nobody's going to get you out of there. Like, you're going to have to get yourself out of there. And I promise you, it's so much easier to do that versus to continue living the way that you're living and you don't want to be there anymore. I'm not talking to people who are okay with the living and spending the way that they are. This conversation is strictly for people who are like, I'm tired of living like this and I want to make a change. And another thing too, y'all, speaking of change, everybody likes to celebrate weddings, birthdays, anniversaries, new jobs. We love that. Congratulations. We love it. But one thing that, especially when we talk about discipline, is that we're going to have to say no sometimes. We're going to have to say no sometimes, and we're going to have to compromise. You are going to have to start giving alternative gifts. If you, like I said, if you're a great baker, if you make bangles, if you are a great cook, if you are great at cleaning and organizing, if your friend needs some help, for their birthday, instead of buying a gift, hey, sis, I can watch your kids for you, for a couple of days or something, a couple of days out the month, this month or whatever, as like a birthday gift, or I'll bake you your favorite cookies. Like, you're going to have to get creative with gift giving, okay? Because you don't have time to play. You have been playing for a long time, and now is not the time to play. If somebody's mad at you for not being able to go to a birthday dinner, well, then they're just going to have to be mad if they don't want to accept an alternative gift. Now, another thing that you can do is just compromise, okay? There's nothing wrong with compromise. If you are in a place where, you're not there financially, but you still want to enjoy a birthday dinner, look at the menu ahead of time, okay? Because the girls be falling out over birthday dinners. Look at the menu ahead of time, see what is in your budget. A lot of times it may be the appetizer, and that's okay. Make sure you eat a full meal before you go at home. Enjoy an appetizer and a drink. Okay, we're going to be mindful. We're going to be demure. That's what we're going to do. We're going to set our budget. It might be a little low, but that's all right. You're going to have a great time with your friend or your sister, your brother, whoever. Spend $15, $20. I promise you, I've done it before. When I was zoned in, when I was really like in go mode as far as paying off debts and saving more money, that's what you have to do. Me personally, I don't feel like I missed out on a lot because I still showed up majority of the time. I just compromised. I would look at the menu ahead of time. This is my budget. This is what I can do. I stuck to it. And another way that you can do to stay on your budget, because I know it's so easy to just swipe that debit card, another thing that you can do is get cash. That way, whatever you got in your hand, you can visibly see, not to go over it. With the card, you're like, it's extra $5. Like, oh, I did go over my budget a little bit, but like, I can still do it. No, do cash. That might be a little bit better for you, especially for my people who have never really been good with money. Cash will probably be your best bet. It's okay to compromise. Sweetie, you're not missing out on anything. I promise. If anything, you're like, when you see how close you are to all your goals, you're going to get addicted to your goals. I'm telling you, like, it may seem like an adjustment, and it is. Okay, changes can be very uncomfortable sometimes. But once you get through that hump, once you find your groove, you're good. You are good. I'm telling you, you're going to reach all of your goals. And I'm telling y'all, and this isn't to be funny, because I am a girl that likes to eat, this economy is not big bag friendly. This economy is not big bag friendly at all. So if this is the time that you want to get a little healthier, then now is the time. Now is the time to learn how to meal prep. Now is the time to cook recipes that's in your budget. Now is the time to only go out to eat when they have specials, or only go to your favorite restaurant when there's happy hour and the appetizers are $2 or $3. Like, this economy is not big bag friendly. I am telling you right now, if you want to live a healthier lifestyle, this is a 2-for-1 special. Live a healthier lifestyle and save money. Beautiful combination. Listen, give up the alcohol and just go for the water with a little lemon. Or if you want to be a little razzle dazzle, bring your own water additives, whatever they're called, like the little powders you can put in your water. You can get a little razzle dazzle. You done save like $6 on a drink. I'm telling y'all, listen. And this is coming from a girl that loves to eat. I love food, but you got to be smarter. You're not going to miss out on anything, I promise. You're still going to have a great time. You're still enjoying life. We're just making better decisions. That's it. That's all. You can still be outside, but on a budget. That's it. Easy peasy. Tell me what y'all think about today's episode. Literally just tap into your resources, okay? Before I go my outro, I almost forgot something really important. Look into your resources. If you are on your last leg, and I mean this with my whole heart, look into your resources to see if there is assistance for utility bills, assistance for rent, assistance for maybe like a car payment, anything like that. You want to look into your resources. You will be surprised at how much money is sitting and people don't know. I'm telling you right now, tap into your resources. If you are on your last leg and you cannot pay your rent, there are plenty of agencies, there are plenty of resources that will maybe help you, with paying your rent, or they'll pay your rent 100% for like 2 or 3 months. That will be a great cushion for you if you really need a restart button. But you have to do your research. Don't be scared to ask, because scared money don't make no money. Okay? You talking about living a better life? Well, that means you're going to have to tap into your inner confidence and start asking. There's nothing wrong with that. You will be surprised at the resources that you can find that'll help you get ahead. But tell me what y'all think about today's episode. Was it helpful? Are these some tips and tricks that you have used in the past, or you're about to start implementing? And if you have any other tips and tricks or helpful information, I would love if you would add them to the comment section, because I'm pretty sure there are plenty of listeners who need the assistance, who would love to connect and learn more about, doing better with money and like living a better life. But I love y'all real bad. Do not forget to follow your girl on Instagram, TikTok, Lemonade at LoveVeeTalks. And if you're interested in collaborating with your girl, LoveVeeTalks at gmail.com. I love y'all. Bye.